All right, it's time for me to talk about um, the most recent movie I've seen, which was Twice Upon a Time. I saw it on April 3rd. Um, I didn't. Today's April 6th. I didn't make a video about it because uh, I've been recovering from some surgery, so I haven't um, made a video as a result. But it's time to talk about it. Twice Upon a Time it's insane. Um, Especially when you're recovering from surgery. It was a little hard for me to follow, but it was I also was able to follow it because by that point I had mostly recovered from the anesthesia of that I had taken. So what happens in Twice Upon a Time is a very good question because honestly, I don't even really know how to describe it. Twice Upon a Time is a movie with some absolutely crazy animation to it. It is, um, it looks like a crazy ass movie. And that is its strongest point. It has some really, really solid animation. Once you go beyond that into the story, it kind of starts to fall apart. Um, so what is the story? Basically, the story is it's as simple as having to rescue a princess, essentially, with a lot of plot twists and twists and turns along the way. It's it really is a very simple story. However, where the movie goes off the rails is the fact that the entire movie was just improv. Um, the version I was watching was the theatrical version, which has swear words, and there's a director's cut that removes the swears because the director wasn't particularly fond of the swearing in the original cut. Um, so yeah, I was watching the theatrical cut, which had me questioning what happens in the director's cut. But um, like just yeah, you can kind of tell that they intended for it to be a more of a kids movie, which makes sense given the director's cut. Um, but like holy crap, the movie is just fucking nuts. Even if you took away the swearing, the fact that most of the dialogue is improv, it really makes everything insane. Because in having everything be improv, stuff just kind of happens. Um, and it's a very very surrealist experience watching the movie. Um, just with the animation being really good, but the story just being completely nonsensical. It's not the first time I've seen an animated movie that ended up being nonsensical, but it sure, um, it sure, it sure is a time. Ultimately, I don't know if I can recommend Twice Upon a Time or not because the thing is that um, most people are going to be filtered by the complete absurd nonsensicalness of the entire movie. Um, the person who ended up showing it compared it to Shrek in a sense, basically stating that Shrek, like they didn't really say this, but in comparing it to Shrek basically did what Twice Upon a Time did, but with clear execution. While Twice Upon a Time, while still good, is just not as good. It's very clear why it didn't take off as it did. Um, Plus, combined with the smaller release and just yeah. In fact, the movie's not even available on any streaming services. You have to order it on like a DVD-R direct. Um, so yeah, it's kind of an abysmal movie. I really liked it, but I don't know too many people will. Um, yeah, for me it was good, but just